Good day. I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to look at arrays, subroutines, and functions. An array is a list of variables of the same type. By type we mean data types. So an array, a list of variables of the same type. That's the definition of an array. By type we mean integers, that's whole numbers. We mean floating point numbers, which can be further classified into single, and double. Single, something like this. Single is a data type that looks like this. 3.14 is an example of single. It will contain about 8 decimal places, whereas a double will have twice that. If you have something like this, it would be a double. This can qualify as a double, but they are both floating point numbers. And of course we have a string data type, that is a collection of characters enclosed in quotation marks. That is the string. When you write a string, you usually end it with a dollar sign like this. So we are going to look at how to create arrays. A review. So I have you start with the dim statement. Dim, that's dimension. Dim norms, that's the name of the array. An array allows you to assign many values to a single variable. Then you specify the number of values you want to have in the array. So I want to have 5 values. Then you can say norms. So the index here is 1. You assign a value of 2. You do norms. 2. You assign this a value of 4. Norms 3. This is assigned a value of 6. Norms 4. Assigned a value of 8. Then norms 5. We assign this a value of 10. This is one way of creating an array. So after doing this, now you can print out the array. You can say print norms 1, norms 2, and so on. So if you run this program, it will print out the values of the array. I am using QB 64 for this. So you should just Google QB64, download it. It will come in the form of a zip file. Just extract it, and then you don't need to install it. You can just, once you extract it into a folder, you can launch it from there. Use it to practice. So this is one way of creating an array, but this involves a lot of work. So we are going to simplify this. Alright, and then to do that, let me wipe this off. We'll start with again dim norms and then with the size of the array is 5. Okay, then we are going to use for statement, a loop for x equals 1 to 5. Okay, for x equals 1 to 5, and then you say nums, then you put x here, which will count individual each of the numbers. Nums equals x times 2, because we are trying to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. X times 2. Okay, and then you say next. This will help us to iterate, that's to move from one number to another, one to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Next x. Okay, actually we can even simplify this further. Before I do next, let me write, I can do print here. Let me use print nums, that's small letter, this might be case sensitive. Nums x, I'm going to put comma here, but you can leave out this comma. If you leave this out, if you leave the comma out, you will get a different formatting. You can try it when you run this program. Okay, so you can now, the next is, we can now have that next x here, and of course you have end. Okay, this is it's compact. We use the few lines of code to do this. Okay, so we now run the program, and then we should get the same answer. Okay, so that's it, 2, 4, 6, 5, 8. So that's how to create arrays. An array. Okay. Alright, the next topic is subroutines and functions. Subroutines and functions. Alright, a subroutine. Okay, now a subroutine is, or a module, is a collection of commands that can be executed anywhere in your program. Okay, that's a subroutine. We use subroutines, allow us to use fewer lines of fewer lines in our statements. It makes the program compact. Okay, now a function is similar to a subroutine. In fact, it's almost like a subroutine. The only difference is that while a subroutine must be called, you have to use the call command when you write a subroutine. A function doesn't need a call command. One more difference is that a function returns a value, while a subroutine does not return a value. So these are the differences between subroutine and function, but both of them make our programs compact. We use fewer lines of code, as a result of subroutines and using subroutines and functions. Okay, so we'll now start with an example just to make this clearer. So to write a subroutine, we usually use the keyword sub, okay, and then get input. This is the name of our subroutine. Get input is the name of our subroutine, and then we'll write print. Okay, that's instruction for the person running the program. Enter some text. Okay, this is a string, that's why it's enclosed in quotation mark. Okay, I'll use semicolon here, and then you have input text. So whatever they enter will be assigned to the variable text. Okay, and then we have print a string again. You entered, okay, another string. You entered, then you put semicolon here. The variable text, which is a string again, will come here. Okay, and then right here, this is where you say end sub. This is very important. You have to write end sub. Now remember, I told you that you must call a subroutine. To call a subroutine, you go up here. Okay, this is where I'm going to call the subroutine. To call it, actually, I'm going to use a for statement. Without a for state, a loop for, I'll have to call this routine several times, maybe up to 7 times. I have to say call get input 7 times. To avoid doing that, I'm going to write for x equals 1 to 7. Okay, and then I'm going to call, this is the call command, call get input. Okay, and then next. Okay, so that's this. So we can now, let's run the program to see what it will do. Okay, it is prompting me to enter some text. I'll just type computer science. Let's look at it again. It appears. Let's see, computer science. Okay, I'll have to enter this 7 times because I said for 1 to 7. Computer program. Let's write program. Algorithm. Data. Information. Network. Okay. So that's the idea. Okay, that's a subroutine. Okay, now without a subroutine, it will take about 15 lines of code to do this. But look at, we were able to do it in how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it will take more than 15 lines actually, but so it makes the program very compact. Okay, all right. There's something also called a parameter. Okay, when you write a subroutine, you can create a parameter. Let me show you. A parameter, that's the values that we give to subroutines that they can use to do their work. For example, if you can write a subroutine like sub. The name of the subroutine is display num, for example, display num. So inside here you have this subroutine, this parameter called num. Okay, and then right here I'm going to say print num, small letter num. Okay, then end sub. All right, now we'll go up here to call the subroutine. We say call display norm. Now the actual value that you give the subroutine is called an argument. So I'm going to give it 20 here. So 20 is the argument. The specification norm is the parameter. That's the value that a subroutine uses to do its work. Okay, so you can now run this. When you run this program, you see what it will do. It will simply display the argument, which is 20. Okay, so it displays 20 here. So that is parameter. All right, parameter. All right, we'll now write a program that uses function, so that you can understand the difference between a subroutine and a function. Okay, so expectedly, if you are writing a function, you use the keyword function. So function, the function name will be multiply. Okay, and it's going to take two arguments, num1, num2, two arguments. Then the body of the function, that's what we have there. So we have the name of the function multiply equals num1 multiplied by num2. Okay, and then we have to assume we have to write end function, just like we said end sub, end function. Okay, so you write end function. Now what we can do, how do we display the output since we can't call the function? Remember, a function returns a value, and the print statement can allow us to do that. It allows us to execute a statement and then output it. So we can use the print statement where we say print, then we have the name of the function multiply, then we have to provide the arguments. Remember, here we said it uses two parameters, num1 and num2. These are variables. We now have to put values that will be assigned to these variables. So I'm going to say 9. So these are the arguments, 9 and 3. Close the parentheses. Okay, so now run the program. You will see that it will return a value. So it has returned the value 27, and that is what distinguishes a function from a subroutine. It returns a value. Okay, all right. So for your exercise, okay, so your exercise is this: write a function that accepts two strings and concatenates them. Concatenation basically means joining two strings together. Now, in writing this program, remember that the name of the function can end with a special character, for example the $sign, since a function can return a value. Okay, so take note of that. If we were writing a subroutine, there will be no need to end the name of the function with a special character, because a subroutine does not return a value. All right, that's it for today. Goodbye.